review on iTunes.
Your friend, host, and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
Welcome back to a special episode. I'm in Bear Lake today, so it's just beautiful out here. So I figured I'd show you guys the lake while we're doing this interview. I'm here with none other than Randy Savage. Just kidding. It's actually Jimmie Staves from JBB Inspections. This guy is a good friend of mine. We've known each other for now probably over a year or two now. He was born and raised in California, Northern California. Had a lot of experience in the construction industry. Went over to Indiana, had some sales experience over there, and came back into Idaho. Well, didn't come back, but moved to Idaho, the greatest state, in the union, and furthered his experience in the roofing business. And now he started out his own business as JBB Inspections. Am I correct?
Correct.
Randy Savage / Jimmie Staves.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
I like it. All right, Jimmie. Tell us how you got, what made you interested in getting into, number one, being in a business ownership position, and number two, doing inspections, home inspections.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and take my awesome glasses.
Well, you gotta. Well, no, let's rewind first. We gotta address the elephant in the room. We got to talk about the fun size Macho Man. Let's talk about that first, and then you can go to the second question.
Well, ever since I was a little kid, I had a lot of love and affirmation for the Macho Man, Randy Savage, yeah, and just decided that I'm not that very big. I'm not a very big guy, so I decided that I'd be the fun size Macho Man, and feel like it's gonna work out pretty good, yeah. So, anyways,
I love it. I love it, dude. I love it.
So, yeah. Growing up, he was kind of a big idol for me. I absolutely loved him, and there you guys can see my face. I look like a normal human being, but yeah, he was a person who strived very hard for what he wanted. And I always wanted to be that kind of person, not necessarily in that industry, but I respected what he did. And so
Sure.
when I decided I wanted to break out of my own business, I knew I needed to do something that was fun, that I would enjoy doing. And it just kept coming back to striving for what I believed in and what I was passionate about. And so I am not a very tall person. I'm about 5'6". And so just having fun with the fact that I'm short, and that I love the Macho Man. And yeah, so that's where it went.
I love it. And those that are listening, we've talked about in the past about being true to yourself and just owning who you are and being the real, true you, instead of being the person that the professional world wants us to be. This guy is a living legend when it comes to that. So he is the true Jimmie, or the true Randy Savage. So, and if those that aren't watching or listening on the podcast, his shirt says the fun size Macho Man, and he was wearing the Randy Savage glasses and the bandana. So we had the whole package here today.
That's right.
All right, let's go on to the second question over here. Why you wanted to get into business ownership, and why home inspections?
So I've been doing construction pretty much my whole life. I took a little bit of a hiatus and did medical, but I've always had a love for the construction industry, and the ability to work with your hands and doing stuff. And I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to that. So when it came to the point where I just felt like I needed to branch out, there was a lot of prayer involved in that. and start my own inspection business. I actually started my inspection business when I first moved out to Idaho about 3 years ago, but I did not pursue it. I was subcontracted by a roofing company to do inspections for them. And I got to a point where I finally felt like that was something that I needed to do, was just get where I wanted to be and follow that dream. I have a lot of love and desire for helping others find their dreams, and this is a great way in which I can do that and help people when they make that big investment in a home, making sure that they know everything, every detail about it, so that they don't go in blind. Um, and
Sure.
so it's my ability to help them out, and I'm kind of a people pleaser in that aspect. I love being able to help people. So yeah.
I like it. I like it, man. Well, with the real estate market how it is now, how have you been received so far?
It's actually been really, really good. A lot of people that I've talked to who are purchasing homes in the past and now, as well as a lot of realtors, they're looking for somebody who's willing to be down to earth and real with them, and as well as people who are have purchased their homes in the past. They've made comments and they've made statements about how they've had struggles, or maybe they didn't feel like their inspection was thorough enough, or maybe they felt like the inspector nitpicked. So for me, a lot of times it's being involved with those people, knowing what they're looking for, as well as knowing what they may not realize that they need to be looking for. And so helping them out and get to that, and the receiving end on that has been really, really good. People are excited to know that they will have somebody that's essentially on their side and going to help them figure out everything that they need, versus just giving them a sheet with all that information, not knowing how to read it. I love to be able to walk them through their inspection and explain everything to them.
Okay, that's good. Let's do a little bit deeper dive of like the business side of JBB. Like what was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome as you were starting this thing out?
Myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking that big step to start your own business is a big step. I have a lot of respect for people who have done that. It's not something that's done lightly, done easy, because you're putting your entire self out there. And so overcoming those fears, and having that, coming to the point where you have that knowledge that what you can do and how you can help others is good enough, was probably the biggest obstacle. I think at this point though, biggest struggle for me at this point right now that I'm working on getting over is probably working with realtors who are set in their ways. I
That doesn't sound like them.
the market is changing. It really is. It's drastically changed in this area. We went from hundreds of houses on the market down to, I think we have like 83 houses on the market right now in Pocatello.
And this is just Pocatello, yeah.
And that's just Pocatello. And so we've drastically changed so much here. And with that being said, we need to learn and grow and adjust what we're doing. You get some of these houses that people are trying to sell, and they haven't done anything, they haven't done any improvements, and they're selling for 3 times what they were selling, 5-10 years ago. And so being able to understand those things and go through those things with some of those realtors who are set in their old ways is kind of a struggle. They don't want to change, but they know that they have to because of the market.
Sure.
So,
this also goes with appraisers as well.
yeah.
A lot of those people need to realize, I know that just from talking to other professionals out there that some of the appraisers are even behind the times on what their appraisals are coming in at too. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting world we live in right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, well, what's maybe maybe that is your biggest frustration so far with business ownership, but is there another something, frustration or a learning experience you've had that you've had to overcome?
I will say, for me, marketing is a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that I'm
That's
coming to
most of us.
love and to learn to love. I'm not one I've always been the kind of person that doesn't like to get out there and get in front of everybody. I'm kind of a little bit quieter when in my inner circles of friends. I have no problem being funny and joking around, but getting out there and being that person, that is a little bit of a struggle and a little frustration.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to get over myself. That's the reality.
Yep.
But yeah, marketing is probably the biggest headache for me at this point in time.
Sure. That's many of us that have to deal with that. But I think you're on the right step, dude. Like, number one, like, talk about like something that stands out, that breaks through the crowd. Is this literally some people might think it's okay, not up their alley, but other people that get it and grew up, were in the 90s and 80s,
Yeah,
they're gonna freaking love it. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I appreciate the reference, and that's the kind of thing that's going to stick out more in people's minds too. So, and as they get to know you and the real you by you making more content, you're going to see more success anyway. And you're going to be dealing with clients you actually like to deal with because they'll be attracted to what you're slinging,
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you remember the old snap into a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah,
Oh
snap
yeah.
into a Slim Jim. Yeah, Macho Man,
Yeah.
dude. And for me, that's like one of the iconic commercials I remember from my
Oh,
childhood.
for sure.
And so it's like when you can take something that's so iconic and 20 years later, you still remember that thing. That's the kind of brand that I want. I want people to look at me and remember JBB Inspections as that company that is just fun, loving,
Yep.
enjoys, and brings quality service to their people. So yeah,
I like it a lot, dude, because that's the same thing we try to do within our business at New Clean. Is we just try to have fun. It's one of our core values, is having fun. So
dude, many a times I've heard you make your statements stripping and waxing. So I mean, you get it, dude. You get it. It's about having fun. It's about being you, being true to yourself.
That's right. And what he's referring to is that we strip and wax floors for New Clean commercial cleaning. And what I always like to say is we have the best strippers in town. So
that's right. That's right.
And you know what? Some people get turned off by it, but the right people that I want to attract are going to laugh and giggle. Maybe that they won't even laugh, audibly, but deep down inside they'll be laughing a little bit, and they're the ones that are going to do business with me, and I'll want to do business with them. That's right. Well, cool, man. Let's move into the lightning round. But first, I made a mistake. I forgot about the sponsorship timeout at the beginning. We're going to double up right now. We are sponsored by Sensations. These guys are a fantastic spa in Pocatello and Twin Falls. And if you need your tanning, your either in your bed or the spray tan, or your mani-pedis or your massages, these guys are the people to deal with. And here soon, I know if you go in right now and mention you heard about the salon on the podcast, or the spa on the podcast, they've got a special treat for you in store for you. So go check them out either in Twin Falls or in Pocatello. And then the lightning round is sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising. These guys have been around in Pocatello and Blackfoot for over 60 years, helping you with your digital and traditional needs for billboards. And if you sign up for 3 months, they'll give you your installation for free or your first month for free. So give them a call, give Rob a call, reach out to them, and they will treat you right. All right, Jimmie, lightning round. What is the best book or software or tool you've used in the past that's kind of been your game changer?
So there are quite a few amazing books out there. I like to hold myself to the standard of the national certificates. So there's a couple books that I use, and it's Home Inspector's Guide. It's a 2021 Home Inspector's Guide for the national certification. I always like to make sure I get the new and updated stuff, just because construction is changing every year, and the way buildings are being built is different every year. And so being able to stay up on my education on that is really important to me, at least. And I think it's important to the customer as well, potential buyers, just because they want their inspector to know what that their inspector is educated in the newest stuff that they're getting. New construction or anything like that would be my, yeah.
Perfect. That's a good book to definitely get in on, especially your profession. You need to know what to look for. So, okay. Well, what's one thing maybe that some people that don't know much about you should know, besides the Randy Savage thing?
besides the Macho Man, something that,
that's right.
So everybody knows that I was born and raised in Northern California, which is probably a downside here in Idaho Falls, or in Pocatello, in Idaho. But
we'll accept you though.
But I think that something that's interesting about me, I actually spent 10 years in pharmaceutical during my hiatus from construction. And I specialized in hormone replacement therapy and bioidentical hormones. Had a lot of love for that, for helping others. That was a part of that, because I knew I was helping people make their lives better.
Cool.
But that's something a lot of people don't know about me, but it's something that is a part of me. And I have a lot of love and respect for the medical industry because of it.
Perfect. Good. That's good. And last question, what's one thing I should have asked that I did not, and what's your answer? Or I could have been perfect this episode as well.
What kind of deals can I give to the customers who are listening to this podcast? I think is a pretty good one.
Oh, you hear that, people? He's going to throw a deal here.
I think that I wanted to put this out there. Anybody who's listening to this podcast, give us a call. And we are going to go ahead and mention the fact that you listen to this podcast. We're going to go ahead and give you $50 off your home inspection. I think that is a great benefit, not only to the customer potential buyers, but also the people listening to your podcast, and can refer that out and hopefully get you some more views and more recognition, because I love what you're doing here for Pocatello and these small businesses.
Appreciate it, buddy. Well, I love it. And this is great. This is great. This will definitely tweak people's interest for sure. So $50 off. You call JB&B Inspections, mention you heard about them on the podcast, and you get the $50 off your next home inspection. So there you go, guys. Jimmie, what's the best way to get a hold of you to schedule
you can
something
get a hold
like
of
this?
me at my phone is probably the best. I carry it with me everywhere. You can give us a call at 208-243-9419.
Okay. And you don't just service Pocatello, you service Eastern Idaho, right? So what's the service area?
So I go from all the way down to the Utah border, because I'm not certified in Utah, but I cruise all the way up. I can go as far as up to Yellowstone if needs be. I go all the way over. I've done an inspection over in Soda Springs, all the way over to Twin Falls. So it's a pretty decent size area.
Beautiful. All right, people, you heard it from him. Take advantage of the great offer. Give him a call, and you don't be surprised if he comes showing up in his Randy Savage glasses and his fun-sized Macho Man shirt. That is him. So this guy is the man. So give him a call, make it happen. Book your inspections today, And until next time, stay away from the negative Nancys. They all only want to do you harm and bring you down because misery loves company. And go out and have a great week, conquer your week, and just enjoy those that are around you that you're loved by and that who you love. So there's your little inspiration for the week. So again, go out and rate and review this, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Randy Savage / Jimmie Staves.
Ooh, yeah.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.